Hello everybody, how are you today? I am Superfiend and welcome back to Let's Play Planet Coaster. We are here back at Whacky World. We have just finished building this roller coaster over here, and I took a moment to fly around with the camera and just see if there were any nice views of the park, and there's nothing that great, but this does look kind of like a nice setting right here. This looks like a park I'd like to go to, at least for the few roller coasters that it has. I don't know if I'd pay $16 to go on one of them, but I am not one of the Sims in the game. So let's go ahead and continue where we left off. We've got our roller coaster is moving through here. I also took a moment to look over the track just a little bit, and I don't like the way this section right here looks, so I think we're going to smooth this out before we officially open the ride. So let's go ahead and select everything from there to here. And we're going to smooth it, and then we're going to select this piece. Banking's not doing anything. Nothing wants to smooth it out. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's because this is a pre-built corkscrew piece. That's why. Okay. Yeah, see, ideally what you... Okay, so here's a little trick that we might be able to get away with. Let's try this. We're going to delete the pre-built corkscrew piece, and we're going to replace it with a piece of our own. Let's try autocomplete. Yes, we will accept that. And now that it is our own piece, can we rotate it? How come it won't let us rotate it? Let's see. But we should be able to smooth it. Okay. Almost there. Let's see. Okay, no. Okay, let's delete that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick this piece. Ah, this is a pre-built corkscrew end piece. That's right. Let's try it. Okay, forget it. We're going to go back to what we started with. Just making it worse. Let's see. Okay. Maybe if we delete that piece there, and then it's going to fill it in with pretty much the same thing. All right, forget it. I'm not going to change it. I thought we could just select this here and get this one and smooth it out a little bit, but I don't want to mess with trying to recreate these. It had a good rating. Let's go ahead and speed it back up in testing. We'll open it back. We'll open it up officially. And we'll watch the people go on it. Maybe we'll go on it ourselves. I don't think we've been on the roller coasters yet, either of them. We should do that. Let's go ahead and open this one officially. Let's see, 16. Everything is right where we want it. No music. 2 cars. Full load. Let's open the ride. And immediately they're going to start pouring through those gates, I think, and start paying that steep price. Look at these two. They did a little sprint to get over there. While we're waiting for them to walk through the queue, let's go ahead and go on this one. I don't know that we've done it. We might as well. This is a good time. And then we'll try the other one, and we'll see what it looks like from their point of view. Or maybe we did go on this in one of the earlier episodes. I just can't remember. There you go. It's a little bit rough at the end, but we built that one with limited funds. Okay, there they go. Let's pause it. Let's get on this car. And we'll see how this one looks. Whee! I'm not going to be pretend to be excited to go on these things. I'm just going to enjoy the view. Yeah, I suppose that part wasn't too bad, actually experiencing it from the rider's point of view, because it's really not moving that fast through that one section before the corkscrew. And we get a nice gentle stop into the station right as the other car leaves. That looks good to me. And does this one have people on it yet? It doesn't. It takes them that long to walk through the queue. Look, they're not even all the way through yet. The funny thing about building a queue like this is if the ride breaks down, most of them won't even be able to get out of line before your mechanic goes over there and fixes it. I'm not sure how the AI handles that, if they continue to walk all the way out or if they just like go back towards the ride. I don't know. And of course, we've got a very unrealistic queue building being held up by a single wall and possibly this support for the floor. But having built that and opening it, we are sitting at a nice $2,700 a month. We can't even fill up this queue building. This is about as full as it ever gets. Let's see what people are saying about the park. Well, let's wait and let's handle the research first. Okay, we have I've never seen this one. This must be new as part of the summer update, I guess. I've never seen that one. Got our western scenery. Could make a nice mine track or a western area later with that. Let's go ahead and start another set of scenery. Let's do the festive theme. Let's see, waterworks or a track ride. Track rides are a great way to make income. Although I believe this one is the sleigh. Kind of looks like a Santa sleigh or an elf sleigh. It's more fit for a fantasy setting than anything else, I think. Let's go ahead and let's do stirred with a spoon. This is probably the teacups. Let's go ahead and do the teacups. The teacups and the festive theme, they go well together. Of course, while you're eating your candies, you think of tea or, in my case, coffee. And let's do another coaster. We got plenty of money now. Look at that, $3,600 a month. And let's go ahead and change our research to 1,500, 1,000, and we'll leave the scenery at 500. It goes pretty fast. We might as well start a marketing campaign. Let's pay attention to the guests for a moment. The management simulation side of Planet Coaster is not that heavy. Of course, trying to make a heavily managed sim is difficult because the more you have to manage, the more it will bog down the AI with decisions. So it's really a fine balance that Frontier has to walk to keep the sim running, but then also, add just enough management to kind of keep you engaged when you're not riding your rides or looking at your mascots. And let's see here. We need some food. We need some thirst. We have a drink shop, so chances are it's busy and they don't want to wait that long. I wish there were more rides. I've been queuing for Freaky Flyers for ages and I'm hungry. And I want to do something fun. I don't want to buy a hat. Okay. And our guest count is right now about as high as it's ever been at 600. Right now it's 600. So this graph is a little bit off. It's okay. And let's just check these numbers down here. Our ride rating is decent, I guess. Our scenery rating could be better. I don't really know what park balance is. Does it mean like you're heavily stacked for scenery but not rides, or is it the type of rides, family rides versus kids ride? I have no idea what park balance means. I do see that we have a 21% bonus to guest happiness. That's good. We can see our guest happiness is there in the green. That's what you want. If the guests are not happy, they start to destroy your benches and your trash bins, and they don't want to buy hats and they don't want to buy food. All around, you want to keep them happy. And we have a lot more. We don't have a lot of family groups. I guess that makes sense because we've really only got the one family ride, and it's the carousel. So it would make more sense that we have more of the adult and teen groups. The thing is, families spend lots of money. They come into the park with lots of money. Teenagers don't come in with very much. These look like teenagers. I guess they have a fair amount. What about these guys here? They spent $250. Let's see. Oh, I guess we're doing okay actually with the teenagers. Here's a nice group. They got 500. How many are there? 6 of them, and they brought in 500. Where'd these guys go? Not them. Them. There's 3 in the group, and they brought in 230. So it's about $80 a person, and then 6. So each person brings in, it seems like roughly about $80, plus or minus a small deviation. Okay, so we need something for the families to do. And these are our choices. We don't have any track rides yet. So we could do a Whirly Rig. And let's see. Would the children go on a... I'm going to call it scissor. I don't know how you pronounce this. If the C is a hard C or a soft C, so I'm just going to call it scissor. Where is a child? We need to see what their tolerance is. It'll tell you here, low fear and low nausea. So I guess they could go on this. Maybe they would. It's humongous. Okay, I really don't want to put this here and then eliminate all the track supports. That's just goofy. This might be a better choice. Not very big. And we can just fit this right out here like this. I think this is the one we're going to do. Whirly Rig. And yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the one that they put in the name. Let's go ahead and put the right entrance right over there and the right exit. Going to get our vinyl, our sandstone. Yeah, what do we have over here? Oh, we used that. Let's try to get things a little bit consistent. I think it was, which one is that? It's not that. Okay, it's that one. So that's what we're going to use on the coasters. You know, I see a lot of comments on Reddit and other places where people say that they stall with creativity. Just create yourself a few rules and be consistent with them. Okay, so we got, what is this, the flagstone, or it's not cobblestone. I think it's flagstone for the main path. The right entrances are exits are the sandstone. The coasters are using this orange vinyl. I guess if we're going to remain consistent, we should either change this to the asphalt or change the other one to this blue one. And then for these kind of rides over here, we're using the wood to get on. That kind of indicates them more as like a family ride or a flat ride. So just pick a few rules, stick with it, make some basic scenery pieces and duplicate them around. Don't make everything too different. We got one building over here, so we took a piece out of it and duplicated it over here. That helps to keep things just consistent, looking like you're the same area, looking like you're in the same area of a park, instead of getting totally crazy and making everything unique and totally different looking. Okay, why doesn't this want to? Because that's an exit. That's why. So it's probably this one. Okay, now that one, see, now the two actual coaster stations look the same. Not that it matters too much, but. And what did we use over here? We used, I believe it was this wood. You can tell which one you use, because if you pick a different one and you move it around over it, it will look wrong. So that's the one we used there. And we're just gonna, like before, wait until it snaps. We don't need the world's longest queue for this thing, so we're just gonna go out to there, come back. There, okay, that's good enough for me. And we're going to go ahead and duplicate one of these with the advanced feature so that we don't lose the alignment that it has. Do we have enough room to fit this in right here? We could with a few minor adjustments. Or just turn it that way. Okay, and we're going to duplicate that. One more time. And already 73% scenery bonus. And the prestige, we can get away with charging maybe $6 for this thing. It's not a very exciting ride. I don't want to listen to the music, so we'll turn that off. Just like before, we're going to do a full load, no minimum. We'll give them 40 seconds to get on. Inspection schedule every 10 minutes. I'm not going to mess with these, especially not for this little kiddie ride. Open that up. Okay, this is pretty much what I wanted to get done for the part of the park that's going to subsidize all the other construction. So we should start bringing in a fair amount of money. Of course, we are spending a lot right now on research. So when you look down here and you see, oh, look, we're only making $1,000 a month, $1,300 a month, you got to remember, we're spending $3,000 a month on research. We could start a marketing campaign that would get a lot of people in pretty quickly. We certainly have room in our queues to accommodate some more adults and teens. We finally got a ride is broken down. I believe we have a full-time mechanic. Let's just double check. We do. He's got a low workload right now. I'm tempted to train him, but if we train him while his workload is low, then he may start to get unhappy. So we're going to wait until things break down a little bit more. Let's address the other big complaint in the park. We don't have anywhere to get food. So let's go ahead and edit this building. We're going to add a food shop. Shops and facilities, food shops. We are going to do, I'm going to do a pizza shop. And we're going to set it up right there. And we'll call this Entrance Pizza. I know we were just so fancy with these names. The little arrow has been fixed. Oh, you know what? I just renamed the whole building, not the individual shop. What's wrong with that? Okay. Now it took. So let's see here. Okay, why didn't you want to buy anything? No way I'm getting ripped off by the pizza shop. Okay, fair enough. How much money do you have? You have $1. Okay, but you have 135. No, okay, this group has $1 and they didn't want to get ripped off. Cheapskates. Okay, this is $400 a month running costs. What is good on a 4-cheese pizza? Oh, how about some chili sauce? We'll do a lot of chili sauce and do some onions. What is this? A Hawaiian pizza. Oh, extra cheese, and nothing's better than making your Hawaiian pizza a little bit spicy. I'm sure somebody watching this will disagree. Pepperoni pizza, we gotta have some peppers. Yeah, peppers and onions. Do a lot of peppers. Margarita. Now we can do extra cheese and some onions. And let's make sure if people eat a margarita pizza that nobody's going to want to kiss them. So we'll do a lot of onions. And that has increased the monthly running cost by $30. We can afford that easily, not worried about it. Let's make sure that people can afford to come over here. So let's lower the prices just a little bit. 6. Oh, let's see. 6, 7, 7. And we'll leave the Hawaiian pizza at 8. And later we'll check in and we'll see what the average sell price is, and that will give us kind of a clue as what they're willing to pay. If we go over here and we look at our milkshake shop, we see 4, 5, and 5. The average sell price is $4.85, so people seem to be willing to pay the $5. That's what they seem to be spending most often. And over here, the average sell price is $13. So seems to be a pretty even split between the $16 hats and the $10 hats. Something else is broken down. Freaky flyers. And with the Gulpy shop, people are leaning more towards the $4 price. So let's try making everything, well, we'll do 3 at 4. Okay, we got customers at the pizza place. Let's look at our vendor. He's already miserable. What's his workload? Okay, he needs more money. We'll give him 165. Actually, for managing the vendors, I find it's more convenient to go into this screen. That way you can make sure they're all paying the same. Or being paid the same, I'm sorry. Okay, this guy, he needs $140 for training, and we're paying him less than his training level, or less than his next promotion would be. So that's why his happiness is going down. So we're going to increase him to 145. He's going to be making a lot of money as a janitor. 212. Let's go ahead and train our mascot, and let's increase the pay to 230. Mechanic is still doing okay. His staff training is at $302, and we're paying him a little bit more than that, and that's why he is fully happy. Our security guard, let's go ahead and train him. I find that 200 to 210 is roughly a good price for security personnel. They don't really need to make more than that to be happy. We have the opportunity to train our pizza guy. Let's do that so that people don't venture away from that shop because it's too busy. This guy will get happy slowly over time. Of course, we can boost it pretty fast if we train him. And let's look at our attractions and shops. Let's see, soda and shakes are losing money. Why is that? I need to use the bathroom. It looks busy. I'll go somewhere else. All right, fine. I need to use the bathroom and refreshing drinks. Freaky Flyers has been fixed. Let's look at our challenges real quick, see if we have earned any more money. Build a coaster with 8 excitement, achieve a scenery rating of 40, and fireworks system. I know nothing about fireworks. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So where did everybody go now that they're not on this? We got our festive scenery. Let's go ahead and do sci-fi. Sci-fi. And let's start a marketing campaign. Let's get more adult groups. Okay. Yeah, for now, we'll just focus on more adult groups. We'll see if we can cram about, 1,500 or 1,200 people into this park. And let's see what is the reliability on this one is average, and this is average. We are doing pretty good. Now, before we expand this park out, let's just take one more look at the guests. They still want to do more things that are fun. Entrance pizza looks busy. I'll try somewhere else. That should dissipate as we train this guy. See, we got a good crowd here. It's good. That's what you want. Let's go ahead and add let's move this trash bin. It seems kind of out of place where it is now. Just floating out in the middle there. Oh, let's see. Okay, it's just going to go right there for now. We're going to move this one a little bit closer to this right exit. Let's duplicate our benches. Oops. Make more places to sit. We're going to dress the park up just a little bit here. And then we will worry about expansion towards the center. Before we do the expansion, we do want to create a work roster. We're just going to select everything. I'm going to call it front park. And we're going to take all of our wandering staff and we're going to assign them that roster. The reason we're doing this is because as soon as we extend this path and start putting stuff down here, the guests aren't going to come down here because there's going to be nothing for the guests to do until there's a ride or an attraction. But the staff, the security guard, the janitor, they will still, well, I don't know about the janitor, but I know the security guard will still wander all the way down here. Gulpy Rex might go all the way down there, and that's not what we want. We want them to stay up here around the people that they're supposed to be watching, entertaining, and helping to manage. And I'm going to leave this really ugly coaster station as is for now. Let's just expand the main path here. We are using, not that, flagstone. And 8 meters wide. We'll go ahead and do length 5. And I like to make sure the angle snap is on so I don't accidentally veer off in some odd direction. Okay, and let's see. The border is right here where these trees are. So I think the center of the park is going to be right around here. I think that works. So all of this will eventually be moved or deleted elsewhere in the park, and the guests will walk in. The main entrance will be right here. Maybe make some sort of small plaza, nothing big, and then kind of get the monorail. And the monorail will probably circle around like this through the major areas of the park. I'm not too certain, but we'll figure it out as we go. Now I want to change the length to 1 and do a 90-degree turn. We're going to change it to 4. So that is length 5 going that way total. And we're going to do 1. Change it back to, whoops. Gotta go this way first. And we will go back. And then now we will go 5. And we will bring it back to here. And there we go. And that should be consistent. We went 5 this way and 5 that way. Let's just make sure, because it does look a little off to me. Okay, that goes all the way. Okay, nope, that's good. Okay, so this is where the main park entrance is going to be. And I'm not going to build that building in this episode. I'm going to save that for the next episode. what we're going to do is we're just going to dress up the park scenery a little bit more. Let's go ahead and just move the trees and throw in some rocks and some bushes. Doesn't have to be too fancy. We just want to dress things up a tiny bit. Okay. Is that going into the building? It's not. Okay. And we'll build a few trees going down this way to help separate the carousel from this incomplete queue building. There we go. A lot of trees in this park. It's important to be green. That's all the rage these days. Okay, I don't know why it won't let us put this tree there. The arrow blue, wild blue, does not collide with it, as far as I can tell. It's kind of close. Maybe if we move it under here. Maybe if we move it down. Okay, so let's... I don't like that. Looked a little too silly. Let's go ahead and duplicate this planter. Okay. Let's see what our park looks like as we walk in. Okay, so as the guests come in here, they go, wow, look at these roller coasters. And if you've got a grandmother like my grandmother used to be, she goes, ah, this makes me nervous. It's so loud. I wish they would put a roof over it or something. And you cruise on through here. And if we had some shop fronts and things in here, this would actually look a little bit nicer. What would be a nice looking shop front based off of what we've already done? I think we'll go ahead and we'll do this just a little bit. Edit this building. Go in here to the walls. And I'm thinking either wood or brick. So we got three good choices. We got this panel over here, and then it will match the coaster stations. We've got this colored panel, which matches the bathrooms. If we're gonna use panel, I want to use a different color because I kind of like the bathrooms as being orange, and then the shops could be a different color. And we've got the brick over here. And I think what I like the look of is we're going to do panels. So what is this? That's a panel wall. We want a panel shop front. Okay. And let's see. Whacky World. So we could make everything different colors. That would kind of line up with the name Whacky World, or we could just theme it all a single color. We're going to try the latter first. We'll just make it all one color. Do this light green color. Kind of like the way that looks. And then if we want to get a little bit more color in here, a nice way to do that is you can pick a 1 meter piece. And where's the color? Let's go ahead. How does this look when we do these two together? Okay, it's not. Oh, because I was still in the color picker. I was like, why is the building piece not moving? The game is broken. but nope, it was me. I was broken. Okay, so we could do that. Okay, but it's gonna... Alright, here's a tip when you're trying to work in these little tight areas like this and it's making you go crazy. Just build out here. Okay, so let me get control of the camera for 1 second. Okay, so here is the 4x4 square. This is sitting on the inside of this square. So if we take this piece and we move it over here, if we put it on this side, it's on the inside of this square on the right. So we want it on this side, and we want 4 of them. So we'll just build it out here because the grid is misbehaving and getting a little crazy inside. Get the tree in the way now. Select all of them. We'll go ahead and pick a new color. Thinking maybe that red. And then here we go. We will just move all 4 of them at once until they go where we wanted them to go. See? So it's really convenient to move building pieces around when you're trying to click on things or when you're trying to position something and it's flopping about like a fish out of water and not behaving the way you would hope it to. You can just move it somewhere else where it's easier to work with. I'm going to go ahead and take this color. I'm going to copy it. I wish there was a way to like copy and paste colors without having to go into these actual dialogues. And we'll duplicate this one. See, there we go. So there's our shop fronts. And of course we could use some nice overhangs or signs on those. We'll do that in just a moment. We had a nice little view there of what the park looked like at night, but it didn't last very long. Let's go ahead and set the lighting. Let's see what this place looks like. So we got some subtle lighting from all the lanterns or the planters. We could use more lights. You know, if we really wanted this to make this look like a real park. We did have 600 guests before we started our marketing campaign. Now we're up to about 800. So we have seen an increase in adult guests. Although it seems like we've seen a bigger increase in teens. Not sure why. Our marketing is for adults. And let's go ahead and get this research. Let's rock out with the family. What is that? I think that is the Rocktopus. That's a good family ride. Let's go ahead and do that at $1,000 a month. And let's go ahead and get these track rides. Track rides are wonderful rides to use all the different scenery to decorate the ride. And then if you do it right, go-karts are a good ride too. You can charge like $30 for them to go on those. And you can make a lot of money that way. Just something simple, you know, a simple track, and then you just build up the track scenery bonus. Okay, let's throw a few signs on here. Let people know what they can expect over here. Scenery. Ooh, screens. These are new. I'll have to look at that at some point. Display sequencer. Pretty nifty. Can't wait to look at that stuff. And do we have any facility signs in here? First aid, ATM, Planet Coaster information. Where is our restroom sign? Okay. We always do that. Don't really like the way that looked. Let's go in the building. Wall decorations. Signs, wall signs. Where is it at? Theme, facility. Okay, what is panel? That's the problem. Still had something in the filter. How big is this? That's a good size. So there's our restroom right there. And we want to let people know that there's some food or drink that they can get over here. No, that's not it. Theme, facility, shop signs. Okay, that's a hot dog. Or no, that's pizza. What do we got here? Okay, we got our pizza pen. We got a cow. We got a milkshake shop. How big is this? Too big. Some of these ice cream and some shakes. Nope, doesn't matter. Okay, no. No. That's the one. And we got our hat shop. One of these hats is huge and the other one is slightly less huge. And this last one was a gulpy. There we go. That's looking a little bit better, isn't it? And it really doesn't take much. You know, it doesn't take much to make things look just a little bit better. This is a coaster building, so I'm inclined to think that we should put a coaster sign over here. I think I saw one in the regular scenery. Signs and advertising. There's the one that looks like a coaster. Could have sworn I saw it earlier. Is it not in here at all? No, it's over here. I was wrong. Okay, that one's too tiny. So we're going to position this right like that, and can't change the color. I'd like it to be a different color than the building. They're already pretty similar. Well, whatever. We're going to have to live with that for now. We'll select this building, and we'll put one over here. And you know what? We're just going to duplicate them across. If we move all of them over, we might be able to fit one in the little gap that's left. Let's try that. Not quite. It's a little too long. That's okay. Because we'll just slide it like that, and it'll be a little bit too long. But that's fine. And again, I really wish we could change the color. We could do this all the way around the outside of the Q building. Of course, it would look a little funky where they meet up. But we're not here to be perfect. And there's things we could do to kind of make it seem like it fits. All right. Let's see if our scenery rating has gone up. I think it went up by like 10 points. Our guest happiness seems like it went up by a percentage. We got a little bit more guests than when we checked earlier. Let's see. Oh, let's check out our roller coaster research, the Looney Tunes coaster. Let's start another research. 23,000. We'll go ahead and do that at the max. Our janitor is. It seems like the janitors require more pay than they used to. I think in previous parks I capped out at about 140 or 145 for them. Seems like that has been adjusted with the summer update. The queue for the Whirly Rig, I don't know why I have such a hard time saying this, Whirly Rig was full. So apparently I need to make this line longer. And that is easily accomplished. I don't think we're going to do it this episode. I think things are looking good where they are. We should be able to pick up the next episode with the main park entrance. We'll start building this stuff out. I don't think we need to do much more over here. I think that's the plan. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you next time.